Right, here we go. I'm making this review. I want to talk about um, the thoughts I've been having about my physique. I don't want to actually compare myself to last week or 2 weeks ago because this video is coming out late enough as it is, so I'm just not going to do that. I've got the body weight stats, I've got photos of my physique, and I'm still not done getting all of the clips together. I need to get my depression and anxiety self-assessment quiz scores, but I haven't completely gone through the quiz. And then I'm doing this on Wednesday on the week 13. Like this has been due, but I still haven't done it. But at least I am doing it. I'll get over and done with. I might just so that I have something to show, I might just put the depression and anxiety self-assessment quiz scores in the description, and when I'm done with the test on the laptop, what I'll do is I'll just take a photo of it, make it like a 3-second video, and at least still have scores to show for this week. So that's what I'll do. But going back to what I was saying, thoughts about my physique. I have the day one photo on the 21st of August 2021. That's when I really wanted to make a change, even though I was making changes prior to that. But I was thinking, and an image came to mind. For a 10-year physique photo, I want to show my whole body rather than just my upper body, the front of my upper body. This image came to mind, and the reason why I wanted to do this is to show that by 10 years in, I'm thinking of the bigger picture. From 19 to 29 years young, 19 years old to 29 years young, I've now changed from just wanting to see my abs to completely changing me as a person and my way of life. Basically, changing myself from the inside out. I had thoughts of having a picture like that where I show the day one and then a full body photo for a year 10 years worth of this life transformation. That would be one massive movie, I'll tell you what. 10 years from now, showing what I've been up to, that will be one massive movie. I don't know how long, but yeah, it will be a movie worth making. Look at the trim as well, hey. I think I have had to push my hairline back a little bit, but it looks more straight than ever, thank goodness. Anyway, if we're just talking about my physique this week, it's okay, you know, it's all right. Oh, actually, hold on a sec. I'm gonna move the cup that this phone's balancing on a bit further back, move back a bit, just so that you can see me a bit more. It's not just my head, but yeah, here you go. Body fat percentage is higher than it has been compared to May of this year, for example, back around the time when I was doing the fast, the 2-day water fast, which was in reality 1.5 days. I don't mind, because I've been able to make so much progress in terms of what I can do, in terms of my performance. So I don't mind that the body fat percentage just looks slightly higher. Sorry, I have just cut my hair recently and the hair still hasn't set yet, so I am shedding a little bit. I certainly can improve my physique. Yeah, I can build more muscle, but I'm not obsessed with that anymore. I'm not obsessed with that goal anymore. I don't want to be thinking of it as a primary reason as to why I work out anymore. I just want to work out. I just want to have fun. I just want to progress, enjoy what I do. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do now. That's my primary reason. Enjoy myself. Go for new challenges and be able to see how far I've come. That's what I want to do. I'm not interested in working out mainly for muscle building. That would just be more so a byproduct of what I've done. This is what my arms look like, and relative to my t-shirts, you can see there's obviously a lot of space that could be filled up, and I was so obsessed with wanting to fill out my t-shirt. But even if I did get to that, if I achieved my aim of wanting to fill in my t-shirt by this point in time, sooner or later I would have been hit with a massive 2-word reality check. What now? What now? Okay, I built the muscle. What do I do now? Build more muscle? Try and lose it? What? My reasoning for why I wanted to build muscle back then didn't account for what I do next. Whereas I think my reasoning does account for that now. If I have fun, I'll be able to reminisce on all of the fun I've had. And if I enjoy my progression, I can just carry on progressing. That would be my what now, the answer to my what now question. Carry on progressing, but just in different ways. For example, I can stick with the calisthenics with all of the moves I would have learned how to do, but then I can go out my way to try out different things, different training styles. I can try out new exercises with weights. I can try out new bodyweight exercises that I'd never heard of before. So I can keep on progressing and keep on having fun, keep on training and keep on maintaining my health. Past a certain point, I might not be able to improve the state of my health. I just have to keep on maintaining it. And that would be what I do through those workouts, partially. But in order to further maintain my health, I'd have to do a lot more than just exercising. I'd have to eat healthily. I'd have to track my health, my mental health, physique, sleep times, blood pressure, hormone levels. I really have to do more than what I'm doing right now, and that will happen over time. I've just got to keep going, really. I know I want to do this. I know I want to keep on maintaining my health, or keep on improving my health, really, and just having fun when I work out. It allows me to live how I want to live, and I'll be able to reminisce with a lot of pride. Maybe back then, a year ago, I thought I'd be able to if I built a lot of muscle. And maybe I'd be right in saying that. But one thing I didn't know, or I don't think I accounted for, was this. Having more muscle doesn't necessarily mean that you're more healthy. I didn't know that back then. For example, there are so many bodybuilders that have got a lot of muscle packed on, but they die early. My way of thinking of wanting to build muscle, my reasons why I wanted to build muscles didn't take that into account. I wasn't watching bodybuilding videos back then. Not from my memory anyway. Thank goodness I've stopped watching all of those motivation videos and that. It's had its time and place, and this time and place is no longer now. Trying to adjust the brightness. That will do. Anyway. I think I'll end this clip soon so I can talk. I'll go out my way to talk about other things, like what I did within the week from Friday to Friday, and then we'll go from there. So to summarize with my physique, body fat percentage is higher than it could be, and my abs are showing less than they could be. But I am performing at a much higher level than I once was, so I don't mind. I know that I wouldn't really focus on any other body part other than like my abs, because that was the root of me wanting to make a change. So it does make sense, but it's not healthy. I don't think it's necessarily healthy to just focus on whether my body fat percentage is low enough to the point where I can very clearly see my abs in both different sources of lighting. There you go. I didn't like it. I didn't like looking at myself in the mirror and seeing myself. I had a lot to work through. And although I have made progress, back then I hadn't. Or not a significant amount to feel happy most of the time from day to day, or at least feel more at peace. I don't know how long I've been thinking this for, but I know I've said to myself, like, going down this journey, being able to see my abs, for example, I thought it could indirectly solve all of my problems, all the things that I want to solve. Any obstacle that I wanted to overcome, I thought physique would allow me to indirectly get over all of them. And that could be one of the many reasons why I would usually really focus on my abs and see what the body fat percentage is like. It's a helpful indicator to see where my health's at least a little bit, but what I think the problem was is that I put that on so much of a pedestal, maybe. Because I wanted it. I remember saying I wanted it so bad. That was my exact wording. I wanted it so bad. I've got there now, and still no money's coming in. Still, I live with my parents. Still, I'm lifting light weights. Still, I have few calisthenics moves in the bank. Still, I have very little money in the bank. That is going to change soon enough. It's very, very soon. Very soon. And as I said, I'm starting to see light at the end of the tunnel. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I made a video with that same name. It's in the serious videos playlist and also the major events playlist. Because I saw it as a turning point in terms of my mindset, a major turning point. To be able to say that's a part of the major part of the progress. That meant I got to where I'll be in the future. I've done a lot. I've done a lot in this year's worth of time. But it could be quite difficult for me to give credit to that if I only really focus on looking at my abs. It is a helpful indicator. Oh, if I'm putting on too much body fat, then I can change how I eat for sure, but I don't want to make it seem like I'm less of a person. I am a lower tier of humanity if my body fat percentage is higher at times than it could be, or higher than what's healthy for me. when I look at myself, I look and feel disappointed because the body fat percentage was that high. But now I don't think that, and I might have to change why I want to take physique photos, or why I want to improve my physique. Instead of saying I want to see my abs so bad because I thought that I'd solved all my life problems. It hasn't, but it has helped. I could change my reasoning instead. Allow myself to do it. Because going on this path has meant that I've had a lot more fun and worked through a lot more things than I've been able to before the journey. So very basically, improve my physique so I can have more fun in my life and reminisce with more pride. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to change, but that was one of the reasons why I wanted to make the channel. But to change my physique, I don't know. I'm not sure if that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to do that. I'm not sure. Bear with me if I'm not making sense from time to time. I am feeling quite thirsty, so I might actually end the clip here and then get back to it. Yeah, I've got some water in the cup that the phone's balanced on, so I'll end this here and then carry on. I absolutely am not where I want to be in my life, but I am getting there. I mean, I even took a photo of the car and there are literally cobwebs on the wing mirrors because I'm not using it. I have attempted to pass my test, so I can't say I haven't done that. I have tried, but I didn't pass. I didn't necessarily fail, but I didn't pass. But now because of that, I was feeling unhappy about that, because that has now meant that I can't pass before I'm 21. But then I tried countering that way of thinking by saying age is just a number. So what? You only have a few years less compared to other people with your no claims bonus, whatever that is, I don't even know. Many people will drive, but their life's a shithole. So what? Many people have passed their test at 17, at 18, but their life's a mess. And that's not to say that I'm better than anyone, but that's to say passing your test at a very young age is not going to solve all your life problems. It's not going to make you, or it's not going to make me feel very happy. Even if I did, yeah, I'd be able to drive here and there, and my way of life would have been slightly different. In order to escape the toxic environment I was in, I probably would have gone out driving a lot more if I was able to drive, compared to how my life actually went as a teenager from 17 onwards. But that would have just been more so of a coping mechanism, I think, rather than actually solving the things working through the things I had to work through. I've used the channel to do that. It's really helped, and having a car is not gonna, or being able to drive a car and having a car to drive is not going to solve all my life problems. It's not going to extremely change my way of life in a way I'd want. It'd be a part of it, but it wouldn't make an extreme difference. Not at least short term anyway. I wouldn't be going far. I'd be making sure that I can drive by myself. Speaking of, I had to go somewhere to be able to do some things related to the gym instructor course, and my dad took me. I have no pride in that being the case. I'd rather it be me that drove, but I didn't pass my test, so there's not really much I could do about that. I'm sorting out my test details at the moment. I'm sorting out my test stuff at the moment. It's not completely sorted in a way I'd want. And I don't think I'll be able to just have driving lessons with the maintenance zone I have left. The money's low. The money is low, but it's just gonna make me getting a gym instructor job all the more sweet, because I would have gone through this stage in which the money's been extremely low, but I also would have become a stronger person mentally, because I'm not doing any job to just have money come in. I refuse to be led by my wallet. I refuse to allow myself to be led by my wallet, or to lead myself by my wallet. I'll regret that. Or at least I really think I will. I was talking to someone about my situation and the fact that I had no money coming in. And this person recommended me to just get a part-time job, 2 to 3 days a week, just so that there is money coming in and that I do have a source of income. That person's wording. I certainly can, but I refuse to. That way of life doesn't take my health into account. It doesn't take what I actually want to do into account. I'd be doing something that I hate, or something I don't. I'd be doing something that I wouldn't do if there was no money involved, and that would just be a stage of my life I'd regret, because I know that I want to prioritize my health and fun over money. Prioritize myself over my money, or not even my money, cash flow over my cash flows. I refuse to break. I refuse. And as I said, light's coming. The light at the end of the tunnel is here. And the end of this period of my life, in which I've been unemployed for so long, is near. It's been well over half a year, let's just put it like that. Well over half a year. And then before that, it was less than a year. But within those stages, I've now been able to get to this level where I'm at today, and make decisions based on improving my health and having fun, rather than being a profit over people person. That's nice. It's nice. I can look at myself with a smile on my face, because I'm leading myself. I'm leading myself in a way I want to be led, and I'm putting my health first. I'm putting me first rather than my cash flows. Cash flows I don't have. Yeah, don't be fooled by the watch. I didn't buy this, and it was one of my sisters bought this for me, and it's 20 quid. Yeah, don't be fooled. This, I even have a hole in this t-shirt, man. I've shown it so many times, but yeah, the money's low and I need to replace my clothes, but I'm gonna do it via means that I want to use, I want to go by, rather than just doing anything for money, doing things that I wouldn't do if there's no money involved. Freedom. There's a lot of freedom in that. And I do have to give thanks to my parents right now. I feel the need to give thanks to my parents, because without them taking me back in from uni, this almost certainly would not have been possible. It certainly could have been, but it probably would have taken a lot longer. Instead of it taking like less than 2 years, it could have taken 10 to get to where I am today, let alone where I will be in 10 years. So I do have to show thanks, but in the future, I'd much rather just show thanks from a distance in a place that I'd be renting, because then in that place, I do whatever I want, whenever I want. There won't really be anyone thinking that they have the right to question me, whereas now that's just not the case, because I live under them. I don't pay rent, but that will soon change. I don't take pride in not paying rent, but that will soon change. I want to be more self-reliant, and it will happen over time. I just have to trust in me. Trust in my ability to go out my way to improve my health, to come up with ideas to improve my health and to improve my life, which I certainly can do, and which I am doing, and also to act on them over time eventually. There's a idea from someone called Joe Delaney on YouTube's, and it's an idea that I agree with. I don't know which video this was on, but the idea that I'm thinking of is throwing so much shit at the wall that some sticks. I've had so many ideas, come up with so many ideas, especially for serious videos, which I haven't uploaded and potentially may never upload. But without throwing so much at the wall, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. If I keep on throwing ideas at the wall, the shit, metaphorically speaking, some will stick, some will be smeared on the wall. Eventually, some will be smeared on the wall. And you just keep on throwing and throwing and throwing and throwing, and more will stick. More of your ideas will stick to the wall. So the shit, metaphorically speaking, is the idea. But what would the wall be? Way of life? And then the shit would be like ideas to improve your way of life. And then, yeah, the wall could be like a metaphor for your life. You just keep on throwing ways that you want to improve it, and eventually it will stick. Or smear all over it and stay there. Because you wouldn't be cleaning it off. You could also say, maybe like you could say that there's a dustpan and brush sweeping up the ideas you didn't use, and that would be you forgetting. The dustpan and brush would be you forgetting all of the ideas that you didn't use and just throwing that in the bin. It's gonna be like that though. There are gonna be some ideas that I just never use, but without the ideas that I don't use, I'm not gonna be able to progress. Because I'd be much less likely to be in that mind state of wanting to improve my life if I didn't make ideas that I didn't use. Anyway, I think that'll be enough of that, because I've still got more to do, so let's go. I've got the daily log to do and also weightlifting log to do. So I'll move on to, pardon me, how the week's gone from Friday to Friday, even though I'm making it after on the Wednesday after the second Friday. Life happens, and then I'm gonna have to go out my way to do another review. Apologies for that, but anyway, I have done a lot this week. From Friday to Friday, I went to do more things related to the gym instructor course, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the complete immersion. I could tell I really want to go down this route. It was just more proof that I really want to. Although I was the last to turn up, I was always the last to leave, because I'm talking to the tutors and I'm learning from them, just like how I was during class, just during the time that we were doing what we had to do. I don't even know what you call it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. What have I been doing? Just push-ups, really, in terms of daily logs. I've been wanting to do some things related to the gym instructor course, but I just haven't. I need to break that cycle by saying I'm on the way to further improving how I go about things. And I wrote about that in the self-assessment quiz. Cycles and cycles again. I forgot about them. I said it like that because that's the name of a video in which I was talking about cycles and habits. And I haven't been acting on that idea. That could help. Sleep routine's been poor, but I did have an idea to improve my sleep routine actually, and it would be to use an alarm just for now until I can naturally get up, go to bed early and get up without needing it. What else has really gone on? I don't really remember. Push-ups, going to the location, not doing as much as I'd like. And in the review I was saying, maybe I've been saying that this entire time because I haven't been fulfilling the potential that I could be fulfilling. I haven't been my wording when I was going through the test review was me saying I haven't done it is important to me because it could be a sign that I'm wasting my potential. That was my wording. Maybe I'm right. Maybe. It's something that I have to work on. It's the wording. I think it's within the wording. And I need to start saying I'm on my way to improving how I go about things. I know I want to do it, but that's not going to work if I don't put the actions in to make it easy for myself to believe that. If I put the actions in, if I say it and I put the actions in so I can believe myself when saying it, that will break the cycle, I think. And I finally figured it out. I finally figured out that I think that's going to be the way to really further progress and get to my maximum potential, fulfill my maximum potential. I don't know. I don't know how you say it, but that, yeah. I'm having thoughts of missing out this, putting the depression and anxiety self-assessment quiz for week 13's video because it's so much, the Wednesday is so much closer to the Friday for week 13 rather than this week 12 video. So I might actually just skip this. and apologize. Say I didn't do one for week 12. I certainly went out my way to, but I didn't do it on time. It was, going to the location was a lot of fun, but it has changed things all around. Oh, actually, speaking of, I was having a lot of fun talking to people from all different places. It was a lot of fun, and when I came back from the location, it was just, I got bored of being at home for so many hours, and I was thinking, why am I up? Why am I inside the house at 9 a.m.? Why am I not out earlier? I will have to be when I work, I'd imagine, and that's fine with me. I'm not quite sure how I'd be able to fit everything in though when I work. I'm gonna really have to get used to that. To make it easier for myself, I might have to end the weightlifting series. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I might have to start earlier on. I might have to go out of my way to start the weekly health review, like on Friday, for example, and then upload it on Saturday. So I have set aside a lot of time to be able to upload it then and go through what I need to go through, and then Friday could be the day I start off the review to make it easy, to make it quicker to finish. So I don't have to do as much on a Saturday, because these weekly reviews, they take time that I want to use for them, but it takes long. It takes so long to write up all my answers and to keep a record of all of the thoughts that I've had on my mind related to the depression and anxiety self-assessment quiz. I want to do it. I do want to do it, don't get me wrong, but it just takes long, and I need to go out of my way to be more organized, so it's easier to do, or otherwise I may go in this situation again when I might have to be somewhere, and that might make it more difficult to do the depression and anxiety self-assessment quiz. I point there because the laptop's there. This has instantly reminded me of what Akash Vakela from Transform Your Body, Transform Your Life talks about. I think he calls it strategies. I think he calls it strategies where life happens, you have to be places, and in order to stay on track, you have to come up with plans to work around those times that you have to be out somewhere. I think it was strategies. I need to do that. I haven't thought of that before now, but that would help. Cleaning the palate, that's what he calls it. He calls it cleaning the palate, regaining control of your day. I'm at that phase. Eventually I won't be, but I'm going through it. I wouldn't say I'm right at the start. I have put in effort, but I need to keep on going through that phase and have complete control of what I do. Although I do, what I mean is feeling completely happy with how I go about my days regularly. That's gonna take time, but yeah, that will happen. It will happen. Is there anything else I want to say for this week? I ate pretty poorly, but I've got plans for how I want to go about changing my eating routine. I have to keep on track with planning what I want to eat and when I want to, also add when I want to eat it, the meals. And I said I want to write down when I go to sleep and when I'm starting to wind down, to make it easier for me to improve my sleep routine, and therefore easier to improve my eating routine too, because I've noticed that eating and sleeping have a connection. If you eat late, you're going to sleep late. If you sleep late, you might eat late. Yeah. I don't have many other thoughts for how week 12 went from Friday to Friday, so I'm going to leave it there. Although I probably could speak a lot more about it, I'm not going to because I'm feeling so hungry and thirsty, so I'll leave it at that. Very basically, I've got a lot to change, and it will happen over time, over years. Just like how it took years to get to a point where I didn't want to be at all, it's going to take years to not only get to a point where I want to be with my life in general, but to also stay at that level, to keep on improving past that point, and for me to get used to having a more aesthetic looking physique, a heightened level of health, and so on. Yeah. But anyway, I'll leave it at that for now. I've done enough talking. See you in 2 days on Friday for week 13, which I will have a anxiety and depression self-assessment quiz result for by that time. Yeah, but anyway, I'm gone. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.